Hello, hello, hello. I want to make sure that you can hear me. Let me see if you can hear me. I'm going to get us started. It is such a good day. We're honoring number 32 today. Number 32. Thank God for him. Thank God for him. Yes, indeed. Number 32, Rudy Johnson, is the power behind my hat. They had a celebration of life. His mother had a beautiful celebration of life for Rudy. And everybody wore a hat. And I was under the weather. Look at me with this hat in honor of Rudy Johnson. Yes, indeed. And I want to share with you, and I was sharing something with you. Now, I don't want to just read it, but I want you to, see how inspiring. I don't know if all of you are familiar with the amazing talent of Rudy Johnson. But thank you for sharing your day with me. First of all, thank you for sharing your day with me, and I'd like to just have a celebration of life, right? And then of really, I'm going to share this with you, but just for a moment before we start our top 10 financial moves that I've seen you make for 2025, is I want to, and I see you and thank you. Please let me know. Please chat, say something if you do have any technical problems. I'm going to share some highlights of our friend of Afro Economics and to his wonderful mother out there. The Rudy Johnson Foundation is going on, it's carrying on. And she is a true queen. And that the Johnson, make sure you check out the Rudy Johnson Foundation. And I want to share. Okay, I'm going to share. Let me get them and pull this up for you. 1 second. Here we go. Yeah. Start from the top. I love seeing this.
The biggest benefactor of the efforts of the offensive line was running back Rudy Johnson. In his first full season as the Bengals' primary ball carrier, Johnson rushed for a team record 1,454 yards. Under the tutelage of running back coach Jim Anderson, Rudy also set a Bengal record for the most carries in a season. Johnson's uncanny speed and power resulted in a team record tying 5 games of 100 or more rushing yards. Rudy Johnson's incredible season started with him running through defenses and ended with his first trip to the Pro Bowl.
Rudy. That's right.
Hand off to Rudy, right side. Touchdown.
Ooh.
Hand off to Rudy.
That's
Up the
32.
middle. Sliding, falling. Get in. Yeah. Touchdown.
Woo!
Come on, side. Inside the 5. He is in the end zone. Touchdown. Rudy Johnson.
Beast mode. Yes. Thank God. Thank
Today,
God
the
for
sports world is more.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for allowing me to share that with you. Yes. Rudy Johnson was a former Cincinnati Bengals running back known for wearing the number 32. He was a Pro Bowler who played for the Bengals for 7 seasons. It was at the Detroit Lions for a short stint. Rudy passed away in September of this year at the age of 45. And I thank God for his strong mom. I thank God for her commitment to him, her other children. He has brothers, he has children. And, your life goes on and on and on because of the family that God blesses you with. You know, Rudy Johnson will live through us, through me, through you, through his mom forever. Every act of excellence that we do will represent Rudy Johnson, number 32. Right? His mom says it's rudimentary. Amen. Like that. Let's, like being excellent should just be rudimentary to us. Like it's just what we do. It's just what we do, But let's just pray that the brother's family will continue to go forward. One thing that I have noticed about life and loss is that it gets quiet after a while. It gets quiet. And I just want the Johnson family to know that it'll never go quiet over here. It'll never go quiet over here. I'm praying for the family, praying for his children. And this hat is for Rudy. Rudy wore a hat all the time. Look at me with a hat on. What if Fro Girl know about a hat? Like, I got mad respect for Rudy if I gonna wear a hat. But everybody wore a hat to the celebration. I missed it. So this is our way of celebrating. This is Afro Economics with big love for Rudy Johnson, number 32. Check out those highlights. I'll play them again before we finish up today. I appreciate y'all. Good to see you, Herb. Good to see you, Alan. Good to see y'all out there. I saw you, Lavender. Thank you. Indeed. And Snoopy D. All is well. So because the holidays, y'all start getting real quiet. Y'all get quiet. I remember I used to try to put on a full court press on y'all during the holidays. I guess I'm growing up. I'll stop picking on y'all. I would do more stuff. So even members on Friday morning, I'm gonna let y'all slide. We're not gonna do the members meeting on Friday, but I remember I would do even more. We're gonna have a members meeting on New Year's Eve, but we did during COVID. But I couldn't get away with that now. I should try. Y'all know y'all are my social life. I need y'all. Come on. Somebody tell me, just one person tell me, yes, you should have a session on New Year's Eve and that you will be there. You can't just tell me to do it on New Year's Eve. You have to tell me that and you would be there. Then I will do it. That's all I need. All I need is the desire from the public for a session, a financial empowerment session on New Year's Eve. What better way to start the year? Every time I look at myself with this hat on, wow, it's quite a personality. You have to have quite a personality to wear a hat. Rudy Johnson, number 32, you're the man. You wear hats all the time. I don't know how you do it because you have to have mad confidence to wear hats all the time. Right? Who wears hats all the time? Men tend to wear hats all the time. I don't think girls wear as much. Oh, thank you, Reverend Boson. I look great in that hat. It fits me. You really think so? I'm going to wear my Rudy hat when you interview me on your show on The Rise. Big time. I'll be known. And they'll say, oh, JB, why do you wear a hat all the time? And I go, for Rudy Johnson, number 32. Never forget it. The Rudy Johnson Foundation. Carry it on. That's right. And they'll say, oh, that's so fly. I hope I do. I hope I do. Thank you. I know, look, this is my winter hat. Rudy's going to help me pick out a summer hat. But as an athlete, you would think I would be into hats just a little bit. No, but I think I like Scully's. When it's cold, I competed all this weekend. I had it was called a polar bear throws meet. And I competed the whole time with hat lovers adore that kind of courage. Oh, that's so good. And I competed the whole time with a Scully on. Sure did. Oh, that's Reverend Bozeman. Reverend Bozeman, I don't know if you got to see. Did you get to see? I'm a mute as someone. Look, I'm trying to mute you, and then I want to ask you a question.
Okay.
I don't know why it does that little noise. It just tries to celebrate. I'm gonna get you up. Did you see my tribute to Rudy Johnson? Exactly. Now you can unmute yourself a little bit. If you can. I'll unmute you right now. Watch. Okay. Did you saw the Rudy tribute?
Yeah, I've been here since the beginning.
Oh, I love that. I didn't see you in there. Now you have to go. Now you have to go get your hat. We'll wait for you to come back.
Oh, I got my hat.
You got a hat for real?
Yeah.
I don't see. Uh-oh. It's right there. You got a hit. Rudy Johnson, number 32.
Yeah.
Celebration of life, right? Oh, that's hot. That looks like we planned it or something. You keep it right there. Like when you go out of the house, you put your hat on.
Yeah.
Good for you. Oh, those ladies, they see you at the doctor's office. They go, oh, that's the Rudy Johnson. He was ready. Reverend Bozeman is ready.
Yes, I celebrate hats.
Oh, that's so cool. You never told us that. You never told me that. I never knew that. Like, I'll learn something about you every day. And see, everybody's missed that.
I had to stop wearing it when I had let my hair grow out while I was dealing with the prostate cancer, but I've been cutting my hair back lately so that I could put my hat back on.
This amazing story. And this is just an amazing story. And hopefully one day she'll come in here to talk to us about this. But I met this lady last week. She was told that she had cancer. So I'm gonna reach you why I do. So she was told that she had cancer. And then so she kept telling the doctors, I don't have cancer. And they kept saying, oh, you have cancer. And she said, no, I prayed about it. I don't have cancer. So after that happens, I'm sure she got like a whole bunch of people saying, girl, are you crazy? They told you. Doctors know everything. You better do this. I don't know. I would love to. She's going to come in one day and talk to us about it because I'm trying to get her to do a book. And she said that she eventually said, okay. I'll do the surgery, but I'm not going to do, the other chemicals and everything. So she did the surgery. Do you know that there was not one speck of cancer in her breast? Not one speck. That's amazing. Tell the truth.
Wow.
And what's really amazing, and I thank God, is that what if they didn't tell her?
Right.
Well, think about how many people that might have happened to, and they didn't tell her the truth after the surgery, that there was nothing there.
Unfortunately, because of the power we have in our word, and the doctor is so elevated, so his word is even more powerful. That when they tell somebody that they got cancer and they only have a few months to live, they have the power to convince them that they're going to die, even if they're not going to die.
And that's something. And then if you accept it, like
if you accept it, it's all over.
Yeah, like that was like Tony Robbins says, like they told his mother-in-law, or brother-in-law, father-in-law, I think it was his father, told one of his in-laws that it was the end. And then that was the end. But they had told him it was the end years before, but they never told him that it was the end. And so they never knew it was the end. So they had lived like 5-6 years past the end. And then they forgot to tell the doctor, don't tell them they have cancer when they come in the hospital. It was like they came in there for something else. And they came in and they said, hey, my God, you have cancer. And then the person said, really? And they went right on out.
Yep.
Right on out. Like you said, once.
It's like a magic spell.
Yeah. And then once, yeah. And don't let us have a reason. Don't let them have a reason they want to get out. You know what I'm saying? Like if they have a bad life, as Wilker said already, then they're, you know what I'm saying? They're like, oh yeah, doctor told me I'm dying next week. No, I'm good. I know this one lady, they told her that. She said, oh, okay. She started calling people. I want you to do this, you to do that, you to do that, you to do that. After she finished all her paperwork, Sister Hathaway, the woman, died right there. She was healthy and young. She was excited. They said, look, girl, you ain't got to pay about no bills. You ain't got to worry about nothing. What time this lady? They told her that. Oh, okay. My goodness, Weta. You did do that? You did.
Look at Weta. Got on her hat.
Got on that hat. I'm getting all on you because I thought that was you, but it wasn't. We get feedback from somebody. Look, but that shout out to Rudy Johnson, number 32, celebration of life. That's why we're wearing the hats. Sherry, if you have a hat, you got to go get a hat. I'm telling you, his mother is going to be somewhere crying when I send her this video. She's not watching. She has come in one Wednesday before, but I didn't tell her that we were going to go showing off. You still don't have as many hats as Rudy has. Rudy has like lots and lots and lots. Oh, Sherry's going to get that hat. I bet she got a hat. She's a church lady. She knows she's gonna get that hat. Get that hat, Sherry. Come on back. But I had to order this hat. This is a special order. I'm telling you, this hat has never been worn before. It is brand new for Rudy Johnson, number 32. I'm telling you, like I did not own a hat. Do you have cowboy boots, Miss Davis? Yeah, that hat is for cowboy boots. I have some white. I only have one pair of cowboy boots. I've never worn them before. I have to show y'all before Christmas. And they're shiny. They're like tassels. They have jewelry all of them. They're bedazzled. I don't even know why I bought them. I just bought them and then just kept them. What is that about? Like, just wanted to have it. And then the phone, we had technical difficulties for Reverend Bozeman. But the top 10 things that I have seen you all do. Oh, but aren't those some amazing stories about life that I shared? Those are amazing. About, like, you're right, Reverend Bozeman, the power of the mind. I can't wait to see your first topic for January. Oh, it's about that. But I feel that our mind is much more powerful than even we can imagine. Like, I feel like my biggest challenge, and I opened up both of y'all mics just for a second because I don't know why they give you feedback like that. But my biggest challenge, when I look at Rudy Johnson and those highlights, my biggest challenge, that's what I'm talking about, Ms. Wilkerson. My biggest challenge and that's right, for athletes, I think, is mind, is like getting that mental connection that I can be a superstar. I can run down this field. I can do this thing. Like, you all have no idea how much it connects to everyday living. Like, like that's why you see so many people, I believe, go from sports and become very successful entrepreneurs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I believe that sports is more connected to entrepreneurship than like military exposure.
Well, that's because they train you to go beyond obstacles.
Yeah. You're dealing with resistance all the time, right?
Right.
Don't you think psychologically that's why I love resistance training?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's like I'm drawn to it, and then I feel that as an entrepreneur, I'm always facing it. And then like what school was supposed to start on Monday. So last week I was in there making sure school, skipping the subject to just resistance in life, how it's always there. I was telling my daughters, like, there's always going to be something. So we have to just push into it and keep people around you that keep pushing you so that you can face the resistance, like, because you got to get through it. So I went in there. My class was registered for my first dissertation class. And then all of a sudden, the class was gone. I was unregistered.
Wow.
So I called and I said, why am I unregistered? Like, what happened? And they said, oh, the person that we gave you to as your chairperson is not your chairperson anymore. We have to start over. So then they started over. These girls are so loud. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them, Reverend Bozeman. Both of them. Girls are just distracted. I don't mean to be sexist about it, but y'all just busy. Can't y'all just do one thing at a time? Remember those two women in the Bible? Is it Mary and her sister or something? You know what I mean? And
Mary and Martha.
Yeah, Martha. Like, was Martha the busy one, right? And Mary was sitting at his feet. I'm Mary and I'm sitting at his feet, y'all. and to you all, you know what I'm saying? And to you all, I should be like Jesus. And you just sit there and you just absorb it. Absorb this. I might not be here tomorrow. God, do what Jesus said. Mary's getting the good part. Reverend Bozeman is getting the good part. You're like the girl thinks she Jesus now. I mean, it's just saying. But it is true though. That was just a great example of how, like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all just y'all just be Martha because it's Wednesday. You know how many women are scattered right now? They just going. It started yesterday afternoon. And I'm trying to, like, all these women on my schedule, and then none of them want to do a meeting with me. Nah. Look, you know what? But you have to take time. No, we stop. We stop taking time for ourselves. We make sure we're cooking and cleaning and setting up the house. And you know what I'm saying? Women just stop. But these are one of those few times in all the life. Like, wouldn't it be nice to just be a man at this point? I don't know why people choose to be men at other times. Like, if there is a time to be a man, it's at the holidays. Because all you got to do is, like, come in.
Get out of the way.
You just come in and get out the way. Y'all just, we just want y'all presence. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Andrew's in there watching TV. He get the game. You know what I'm saying? So that's why people have been very sweet and they've offered for me to come over to their house. But if I go over to somebody's house for Thanksgiving, like say I go to Sherry's house and I eat her food, she gonna think that I should help her wash dishes. She gonna talk about me. You know you would, Sherry. So I get up just like a man would do, and I walk out because this ain't my house. I don't want to impose on your lovely kitchen. I'm walking out. Oh, look at her. Look at her. That should be one of those what black people do, because it is the truth. If a woman comes over and eats and she does not help clean up, she is the worst person in the world. And that's something. But a guy gets to do. A guy just comes over, makes the biggest plate. Then he can take a plate to go, and they help him make. They help him make the plate. They help him make the plate. If I don't get an amen out of one of y'all women, I'm telling you, and thank you. But at least, yeah, this is good to see an honest man. He knows that. That is the beautiful.
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
You want to be a man on a holiday. Be a man on a Thanksgiving, Christmas. Great days to be a man. Just on that day. Exactly. Look, today they might be setting up tables and being overworked, but on tomorrow, they can chill.
Yeah, it's be banned from the kitchen.
Banned from the kitchen. Look, you know that's good. To be banned from the kitchen? I don't know what we just said. I cook every day, so I ain't never banned from a kitchen, huh?
I said, unless there's an item that's too heavy to lift, a pot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And y'all look over me. They used to go with a strong woman. I can get it. I can pick up any box a man can pick up.
Yeah.
I can pick up the chairs. I can put two chairs. Look, that's funny though. When that happens, I go, I can do it. I want to do that part. I don't want to wash the dishes. Let me do this part. They look right over me. Look, that old lady. We ain't gonna ask that old lady to come and do this.
But he will be looked upon to take out the garbage.
You think so?
Yeah. He will be looked upon to take out, if there's garbage to be removed from the trash, he's looked upon to do that. Now he's supposed to take the initiative.
I mean, literally, but you literally would ask a man.
He's supposed to volunteer it.
Oh my God.
Right, Reverend Bozeman?
Yeah, that's right.
So he's supposed to come.
But that's it.
He's supposed to come in, but that's dirty. That's dirty. I wash dishes before I take out the garbage. I'd be like,
No,
so
the garbage can get heavy.
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah, because, it depends on if you're using paper plates, maybe, perhaps, spoons and cups and things like that.
So we got to do that. He got to keep
Yeah.
cleaning up behind y'all.
If I take out the trash and Reverend Bozeman sees me carrying a trash bag, he's supposed to take that from me.
Oh my goodness.
Reverend Bozeman, am I right or wrong?
Yes,
Are you trying to make me feel sorry for men?
Yes.
Or
No.
actually, are you trying to make me feel bad for the men I've met? Because look, I've been in a relationship or two, and they had no problem with me carrying trash bags, like all around, buying the trash bag, taking the trash bag, cleaning the trash bag, cooking the food, doing it. So who are these guys that you're talking about that are going to do this? Now, I did have noticed, like, Aziza's boyfriend is like that, and that's a blessing. Because I'll be like, yesterday I was bringing groceries because they're on their way to North Carolina, and I had groceries delivered, and he said, oh, and he jumped up, you know what I mean, to help me with the groceries. And guess what I said?
I can do it.
He didn't even listen to me. He still kept doing it. Remember with the motorcycle? And I didn't want him to help. I mean, I wanted his help, but I only wanted it like a little bit. Like, I was like, look, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to push from this side, and then you going to pull from this side. And he had it. Shoot. He picked it right on up right there.
Uh-huh.
I was right there. And I said, that right there is my future son-in-law. Just like that. You can have everything I worked hard for my whole life because you are strong. And you didn't listen to me. He just went, boom. You know how many people would have said, nah, I got to listen to this lady. So I'm just going, he went, whatever, lady. Just don't touch the bike. You can tell. He's accustomed to, like Reverend Bose was saying, yeah, that's what you do. But that's because of his mother did that to him. Correct, Reverend Bose? Your mom said, take this garbage. Get this garbage. Don't you like that? You know what I'm saying?
Call home training.
It would be hard for you to watch me try to do it all because you'd be like, look, Jay, you have me now. You don't have to do it all.
Right.
That's a beautiful thing. Woo, I learned something today.
Training.
Yeah, that's so beautiful. We broke that down. We don't have to do everything. When there's a good one around. Amen. Thank God for Nehemiah. Like he's good. I thank God for. Let's go. Look, I want to do prayer. Just thank God. Yes, indeed. Thank God for you, Reverend Bozeman. We need to thank God. Thank God for Alan Hathaway. Thank God for good men. Thank God for her. Like thank God for you good men that are out there right now. We thank God for them, and thank God for the good women that are going to be cooking all that food, making all those sweet potato pies, and sharing all that love without remorse. Without remorse. They're going to be just smiling and happy. Thank God. With their hats on. Thank God. Yes, indeed. Sherry, you cooking now? Look at her. Poor Sherry. She gone again. You cooking, Weta?
I'm going with Tina's cousin, Marietta, and we're going to have dinner there. But we're bringing something, though. We're bringing... Not a dish, but we're bringing alcohol.
Girl, how you look women bringing in alcohol?
Well,
that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate, isn't it, Reverend Bozeman? Tell him.
Not if you're gonna drink it,
Women.
and you need to. You come on.
Did I tell you about the time when I told this client? She was talking about her feet hurt. But this is a client. She's in her 80s, and she said, "Girl, I gotta take some money out because my feet hurt. You know these hospitals." She said my feet are hurting, and they got this thing that they do, and it's gonna make. And the thing is like $15,000 for the treatment. I was like,
Ooh.
"Oh man." I said, "I don't know." I said, "I think I look. You know how I think I can heal everything. I think I can make it. I can do that. I can figure it out." I was like, "What you been eating?" And she said, "Well, shoot, girl. The holidays coming, so we ordered some chitlins. We got some liquor coming. We got some so." I said, "Wait a minute. Like, Miss, you can't do that. Your feet are gonna hurt. Your feet are gonna hurt more." She said, "Girl, you shut up. Shut up. Discussion stop. You done lost your mind. You think I'm not gonna eat my liquor, drink my liquor?" She said that. He shut me down. Wait till we to get like that. We'd be like, "JV, I'm getting 2 cases of this, 3 cases of that, blah, blah, blah. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it." We don't want to hear it from you. Look, and the people's house you going over, they depending on y'all having the right stuff.
They're already going to have some. We're just bringing extra.
That is so expensive. Liquor is expensive.
Food, everything else is too.
But most people, that's why probably nobody's coming to my house because they know I don't.
Hell no, I wouldn't want to come to your house either. No. For what?
No, that's why they're like, "No, you come here." Because last time before my mom passed away, I know her, but nobody come in my house. Like before my mom passed away, I said, "Look, Mom, everybody should come here. Everybody, they ain't gotta bring nothing. I got it. All my siblings said no. Everybody said no. Everything. Everybody said no."
Wow.
Come to yours for what?
No, exactly. See, you bad as hell. Girl, I was gonna have some good food, some organic turkey, some sweet potato, be organic. Everything would be organic. Cause I do it top notch for my people. Like, I was just so excited. Like, it's gonna be great, it's gonna be healthy. They was like, "Yeah, that's what we're afraid of." No, and no. We're not coming.
Sorry. No, you can forget that.
But did I tell y'all about the one party that I had that had the best attendance and everybody danced and everything? Because usually, back in the day when it was just clients in Richmond, basically, you know what I'm saying? And like now, I would just feel like I'm leaving somebody out, like, so we do more virtual. But so one of my clients got smart and he brought a cooler. He brought a whole cooler. You would love him. He's still
okay. So when I come up next year, make sure that client is coming at the same time.
But how about I had no idea what was going on. And I said, everybody is staying, they dancing. I mean, everybody like, yeah. And they would go back there and talk to him and they were looking in the cooler. How did I'm telling you, it was like hours deep. I was just so curious of why everybody was so happy.
Okay, let me tell you what they did. They put it in a cup because they said, "Look, we're gonna put this in a cup because we don't want JB, to get in there, to go crazy and lose her mind while we're having a great time."
What is wrong? It's so true. And I tried to explain that to somebody one time. I said, my social life would be a lot better if I drank. I mean, don't you think so? Like if I drank, and then the person said, "No, I don't."
JB, everybody doesn't need to do that though. That's not set up and designed for everybody. It's not for you.
I'm not. I can't. You know what I'm saying? I just can't.
It's not for you.
I'm done. But I do believe that everything would be different as far as socially. You know what I'm saying? I thank God for my professional life, but socially, I am very limited. And
if you've gotten this far in life without it, then don't do it. You know what I mean? Just don't.
I can't change it. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know me, like I'm just as content with food as everybody else is with alcohol. I'm like, but you gotta have some food there. I mean, but literally, like some people don't care about food. You know what I'm saying? But they gotta have the liquor there. Yeah. How you doing, sweetie?
Hello, I'm fine. Happy holidays.
We were just talking about you.
Bozeman right there.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Say hello to Ruby
Ruby.
Bozeman.
Look at Ruby.
Hello,
You like to have
hello,
Ruby.
hello.
Exactly.
All right, y'all have a good one. Bye-bye now.
Look, but Ruby is one of the few people, and you and Tina, that will party with me. Let me be there and not care if I'm not drinking or not. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I really wouldn't give a hoot. Okay.
Exactly.
No.
But I'm not gonna really get past. It's gonna take a couple years for me to get over the fact that I'm sitting there eating a protein bar, and you asked me if it was processed.
That's right.
I'm still dealing with the fact that you gonna be there and judge me on a protein bar, and I never judged you. I never judged you. Like, see how they do you, Reverend Moses? See how they do? Like,
See,
you just,
and one of the things I didn't think about it when you
got a drink in her hand in that process.
But wait, I should have asked at the meeting if the lunches were organic or if the sandwiches were organic. I didn't think about that. And
Exactly.
Yeah,
Close
people
to it
give
as
it
I
back.
could get. If it weren't, it was because Cozy's lying. They messed us up. I'm taking care of y'all inside and out. I'm taking care of my people. I'm taking care of my clients. That's right. But like you said, we don't want you to discover drinking at this point. I love
No,
it.
never mind. You put too much energy into it. You know, we just drink and swallow. We don't think about all that. You got to think about it. Oh, hell.
I know. And you probably have to cook. You know, I'm already friendly, so it would be a problem. It would be a problem. So God knows best. God knows best. And then you'd be like, Lord, we gotta go over here. She's over here talking to some strangers. somebody go get JB. Like, back over here with Theo. It would be too much social, but yes, indeed. So some top things that I see you all doing this year.
Okay.
Is that people have been looking at their budgets, evaluating their spending. And I'm talking about this is based on what we have in Afroeconomics. I've seen an increase in people who want to have professional help, who are like, that are actually seeking out the professional advice, who are actually want to have the membership to Afroeconomics, like that are like, I don't know who I can trust. Like, you know, somebody told me about you. Like, it's literally, there is a demand that exceeds, you know, where I don't want to admit it, but it is true. There is a very high demand. So at this point, I really focus on referrals. Mm-hmm. It's like someone that Rita said, you know, call her. Someone that Jane, that's a member, said call her. Like, and it's starting to get literally like that. Because I
invited her into the forum today, so I don't know if she's on. I can't really tell.
Are you serious? I was just using that as an example.
Seriously, I invited her.
I was just saying that, but I didn't
sign on to you.
But it does, because so many people are starting to, and that's a good thing for you to do. Like, we need to get financial advice. If you're like looking and you want to have professional advice, because the machines are taking over, honestly. The machines are taking over. So more and more people, even though the machines are busy and the employers are putting you on machines and employers are signing you up stuff, paying fees for, but it's a machine, you know, there's a need, like, you know, what KC will tell you, of getting professional advice. And and there's a recommitment to financial goals that I've seen with a lot of, you know, clients. Like, I was talking to someone the other day that works for the federal government, and I said, hey, you remember years ago when you joined, you said you wanted to start your own business. I still have that in these documents right here. Like, she said, really? I said, yeah, you said you wanted to be an entrepreneur. Like, as you're approaching retirement, let's talk about that. Let's go back to that thought again. You know, what do you want to do? Like, and I think a lot of times if people revisit their goals, they'll find themselves feeling more confident about the uncertainties that exist. You feel me on that? Like, if you know you have something else going on, you don't have to worry so much of if they cut back at the government, if I lose this job, if I'm forced into retirement, right? Because you have something else going on.
Right.
So it's time to like reevaluate, look back at your financial goals, look back at what you said, because there's a lot of that going on. Another one is a commitment to improving credit confidence. The seventh principle of Afroeconomics. I don't say improving your credit score, but improving credit confidence, meaning getting a better understanding of what impacts your credit, what really matters. Someone had posted that they were going to change conventional loans and they were going to stop using the credit score and focus more on income and payment history. And 10, 20 years ago, there was a lot of those lenders out there doing that. No, because there are a lot of people who have a poor credit score because they're not in debt. So it's like, continue for 2025 going into 2026, continue to get a better understanding of, does that credit score really matter? Can you have, a good credit score and still have bad credit relationship? Yes. You could have an 850 credit score, but be in debt up to your neck. That's a problem. Yeah, it's hat day. It's hat day, Casey. Exactly. Make sure you come in. Poor Sherry. It keeps like knocking her in and out. Oh my God. And the other, getting in, keeping on my 10, your insurances, there's been like a big, huge question. Number one question I get a lot is, do I need life insurance? Do I need more life insurance? Do I have proper coverage? Do I have this going on correctly? So it is definitely time to make sure that you're evaluating your insurances. There are a lot of insurance agents. I'm licensed in insurance, but so that makes me an insurance agent, but I'm an investment advisor. So it is not, from an investment advisor perspective, required for every person to have life insurance. Life insurance is designed to replace expense or to pay expenses that would still exist beyond your death. So if a person has enough investments that they don't need to have some more life insurance, then they're fine, because they have enough investments that would cover any expenses or pay off everything, or so there are some that argue that everybody needs life insurance. Like, when I have hundreds of clients that have enough money in their checking account at all the time to pay for burial expenses. No, so it's like, so how would I say they, but they can look at a commercial and that's why the noise. Do I sound different now? That's crazy.
Yes, sir.
My headphone wasn't all the way in, but it's still making funny noises. So I don't know, but I don't want everybody to feel. I think that your individual needs are your individual needs. There should not be across the board. And I like the fact that more people are evaluating it. I don't like the fact that they moved from crypto over to everybody needs life insurance now. Like, it was once, a couple years back, it was everybody trying to get you into cryptocurrency. Now it's like, oh no, everybody needs to do this. And then if you do, and some of the strategies and the illustrations that they're using to sell these things, and the thought process and the paperwork are downright illegal. But even if you put, I have seen it, people have brought it in, show me paperwork that was given to them that is illegal. Present it to regulators that this should not have been done to this person. You're not going to get any money back. The person who did it might get in trouble. They might lose their license, but they're not going to give you any money back. That's the sick part about it. They make you think you report it, that they're going to give you some money back. No, they don't make those companies give you money back. I haven't seen it. I hope somebody, when they're wrong, you still should bring it to their attention. But a lot of times we're done wrong and we don't even know, because they don't know, because you haven't sought professional advice. And then everybody that you're talking to is a salesperson. As a registered investment advisor, I'm not to be connected to the product. I'm to put your best interest first, not the product. That's what makes it different that's the point of dealing with a registered investment advisor versus just a salesperson. But the more people are setting up automatic savings. I have people that are increasing their contributions to their pre-tax that work, their pre-tax away from work, because we can set up their own IRAs and they can set it up to put automatic contributions in there. Setting up their emergency funds, the key one, getting that emergency fund built, of having at least 6 months is a great goal. At least 3 months of your expenses available to you as an emergency account. Your retirement account is not your emergency fund. There's Rudy's mom. You see her, Reverend Bozeman? Rudy's mom said, I'm loving these hats. Oh, we love you, Ms. Johnson. You see that? That's so sweet. That's so sweet. This is Rudy Johnson Day, number 32. It's rudimentary, right? I told them what you say. It's rudimentary. I'm going to send you the recording. We love him. I'm gonna play for y'all his highlight reel before we go. I'm not gonna keep you long because it's Wednesday and we distracted. And Reverend Bozeman's wife wants him back. It's like, what are you doing? But the good thing is, Reverend Bozeman, Friday we're gonna take a day off. We're gonna take a break. We're not gonna have our members meeting, okay? In the maximizing the retirement accounts, I have as a key top 10 that I've seen. It is a beautiful thing to see y'all maximizing your retirement accounts, maximizing your retirement contributions, not just to their match, but maximizing, I can't save no more. They won't even let me legally save no more. That needs to be the goal. That's the goal. So investment opportunities, more and more questions about how can I improve my return? Will you look at this? And let me see, they're looking into ETFs versus mutual funds. The exchange traded funds in many cases are a key way to save. They're a key way that I save clients money, because the fees and expenses associated with ETFs are a lot lower than the mutual funds. If you get the right one, I can't say with all of them, but generally our ETFs are a lot lower. So if you're in a mutual fund and you're paying for an advisor, then you're paying advisors on the mutual fund, and then you're also paying that advisor. So your expenses could be doubled. You like that? Yeah, thank you. They could be doubled. They make me think of sun and think of sunshine. They think of, they think of happy things like Rudy Johnson, number 32. Amen. So so just to go down, top 10, 2025 that I found is looking at that budget, making sure you're living within your means. I'm seeing it. More people committed to skipping and getting rid of unnecessary spending. Look at your budgets. Do that. The year's not over yet. Emergency funds, having at least 3 to 6 months of emergency, a top move I've seen all through 2025. Maximizing those retirement accounts, yes, it's being done. Sometimes we don't do things because we don't know that anybody else is doing it. Yeah, that emergency fund, exactly. Thank you, Herb. Yeah, we don't do things because we don't think, oh, people don't do that. Or sometimes you'll think that a credit card is good for an emergency fund. A credit card is good for an emergency fund only for people who don't have an emergency fund. Because you don't want to have to you don't want to have a credit card balance. You don't, so we want to have the credit cards paid off, and we want to have the emergency fund in your savings, even a high yield savings account or in the money market, but you want to have that emergency fund. And then you want to maximize the contributions, and maximizing contributions into retirement accounts are, if you have an IRA and you can put in 7,000, then maximizing the 7,000. If you're in a 401k and the maximum they say is 30,000, then you put in the 30,000. That's maximizing, or getting as close to it as you can, or talking to me about additional savings tools, but maximizing saving for a day that you might not want to work as hard. And then automating, making your savings even for that emergency fund. People know that they're doing better by making it automatic. So make it automatic. What is the base amount that you could save every month that you want to? And don't pull on it. Keep it there. Anything could happen. Looking at all investment opportunities, don't just do what you know about today. Look at the opportunities. And the key to that is finding a trusted advisor, finding someone you can trust, get that referral, or call me. Hopefully it's me. Hopefully you've been listening to it and you've developed somehow. But the best thing to do is to get close to someone. Yeah, definitely. Fees add up. And fees are at alpha. So when I show a client their portfolio and the index did this and they made this, then my fee don't matter no more. You see what I'm saying, Reverend Bozeman? Like, it don't matter because they've made all this money. But if what we're as our index, that what we're comparing it to, you made less than that, and I see that all the time, and you paid a fee, then what are you paying for? So the space in between that is referred to as alpha. That's where the investment advisor comes in. I get you over there. I get you over your index. A lot of people don't even know what their index is. So you could be coming in and don't even know what the good comparison is. And it could be, you could have, a stock portfolio and they're comparing you to a bond portfolio with some trickery and showing you that you're outperforming and you're not. So, we have to be we have to be careful that you're doing apples to apples. And when you're working with someone that's regulated, those things matter because what I give you, regulators look at. When you're not working with someone that's licensed and registered, then you're kind of just allowing yourself to be out there. You're basically settling. You're settling. So if you're paying a fee, you got to make sure, it doesn't matter. Like when I go places, I'm a huge tipper and I expect that returns, because I understand that what you're doing is, my index, like say, go get my hair done. My standard is me. I'm not very good at that. So I expect them to do it way better than what I would do. If they don't do it better than what I do, then my tip is not worth it. And you take your business somewhere else, just like with your investments. If you're not outperforming just a basic index, then you're not, then any fee that you're paying, it's not worth it. And then finally, Look at your insurances. Make sure you have proper coverage. Someone with a whole bunch of kids and you haven't saved much, life insurance is definitely something you should be talking to me about, and getting cost-effective life insurance. I find a lot that we have the insurance coverage, but we're paying too much for too little coverage. So we worried about like investment fees, but really insurance, they get you. They run the world. I literally believe, I think insurance companies own the US government. Look at that. I mean, literally. Why do you think it closed down? Health insurance companies. Health insurance companies said, no, we want those subsidies. We want those people covered. We want to cover everybody. We want the government to cover everybody that ever walked on the United States of America. You know what I'm saying? Like that was an insurance issue that we allowed them to turn into a political issue. That's an insurance issue. Amazing. And then, and finally, for real, make sure that you go over your goals, not just for January, but I've found that the successful investor is looking at their goals all the time. Yeah. Yes. Paying them for basically nothing many times. And you wouldn't see that you shouldn't see that in an ETF, but some of the stuff that they're structuring into ETFs, like some expensive things like cryptocurrency in the ETF, the fee is going to be higher than an ETF that's just indexing like the NASDAQ or an index of the S&P. Like that ETF, like you can't even get no lower than that, because that's all it's doing is the top 100 in the NASDAQ or the top the S&P 500. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna have it, but there's some, but they're now, because of that understanding, you have to be careful because there's some that are adding on extra fees, right? And and then also look for updating your financial goals constantly, making sure you keep your credit confidence tight, not just credit score, but what are you doing? Because you can get a great score and accumulate way too much unnecessary debt. Then I think that is just some key things that I see happening in 2025. I appreciate y'all. We're gonna head right on in to 2026. That's what we're doing. I want you to enjoy. For those of you who were like, oh, what JB that had is nice. I was sharing that I was invited to Celebration of Life by, Rudy Johnson is from the area that I went to high school. He went to high school in the Virginia area as well, much younger than me. And we lost him, and his mother is a superstar parent, and they started their own foundation. They had a celebration of life. Now, Rudy had his foundation when he was alive, and his mother and him, were doing things for college students. And they even, in the celebration of life that I saw on her Facebook page, one of the young ladies who they helped her in undergrad went all the way through to get her doctorate, and she made a presentation, and just so positive to see your work, your life, and its impact that it can have on others. So I want to share with this as we go out. Yes, and then I want to share with you as you go out that in the celebration of life, that Mrs. Johnson, Rudy's mother, Rudy Johnson, number 32, make sure you look him up with the Cincinnati Bengals, and we lost him in September of this year. She said, and Rudy loved hats. And God told me today, I was like walking past my desk and I had the hat like right there. And then, what did you say, Reverend Bozeman? I don't know. And then I saw the hat and I said, oh, I got to have this hat. What did I do? Oh, I thought you were talking to me.
No, I'm muted.
Oh.
I was muted, but I have to go shopping. So
Oh, you were
Oh.
arrowing. I'm leaving. Oh, well, we're gonna miss you. Yes, indeed. Here's Rudy, and then we're gonna all go and enjoy the holiday.
All right.
You're gonna get in trouble. Here we go, y'all. You're gonna love this. I love it.
Benefactor of the efforts of the offensive line was running back Rudy Johnson. In his first full season as the Bengals' primary ball carrier, Johnson rushed for a team record 1,454 yards. Under the tutelage of running back coach Jim Anderson, Rudy also set a Bengal record for the most carries in a season.
Yes.
Johnson's uncanny speed and power resulted in a team record tying 5 games of 100 or more rushing yards. Rudy Johnson's incredible season started with him running through defenses and ended with his first trip to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah.
Hand off to Rudy, right side. Touchdown.
I love
Hand
it.
off to Rudy. Up middle. Sliding. Falling. Get in. Yeah. Touchdown. Looking for Rudy outside. Inside the 5. He is in the end zone. Touchdown. Rudy Johnson.
Amen. And just mom is so
The
humble.
rise.
She's so humble. I mean, and I remember when I first discovered that that was her son, and I went and I researched the highlights, like, because, I don't know if I told y'all about one time where I met like one of the people connected to Michael Johnson and Magic Johnson, and then I was like, oh, I'm an athlete too. And I was like, I know. He asked me, did I know about the Commanders? Yeah, he said, do you know about the Commanders? Because it was connected with this business that was highlighting women in financial services. And he said, you know about the Commanders? I said, no, but I'm a master's athlete. It was so funny. And I was like, afterwards, I was like, oh man, that's the Redskins. So I know that everybody must have known about Rudy, especially from our area. And I was so shocked when I looked it up. Like, and I was telling his mother, I was like, wow, this is your son. That is so amazing. Such a beautiful, good-looking, athletic, healthy family. Oh, I'm so blessed to know them, and to have experienced him before his passing, not one-on-one, but just to like see how he loved his family, loved his mom, loved his children, like such a blessing. So, the commitment, what we can get is, remember that our commitment to excellence is rudimentary, as his mother says, like, let's keep on pushing. Let's keep on pushing, just like he was pushing on that field. Let's use that as motivation for our life. Like, I'm so thankful that God has just been able to use me. Like, let's think of, all that we have to be thankful for. Like, we have reasons that, and we've all been through our challenges, but I am so thankful that God allowed me to have this opportunity to celebrate the life of this brother, this king, who was loved so much by the world, but most importantly, loved by his family and respected by us. You all have a wonderful, wonderful holiday, and, keep your hats on. Keep your hat on. Keep your hat up, right? Love y'all. God bless you. See you soon. Bye-bye.